Hello, this is Sarah from Furling's Cabin Micro Farm, and we just brought home our Japanese quail. I'm going to spin around a little bit here so you can see their whole cage set up here. We have them on the ground inside what used to be a planter next to this large oak tree. So if you read our blog, this is right on the edge of our urban shroom garden. So we have our mushroom logs in the back there, and we're starting to grow some herbs like basil and thyme and coriander and things like that. So this is their cage. We brought home 12 quail, 10 hens and 2 roos. They might be a little hard to see, but it looks like they're kind of congregating over here. So you can see them there. These are 4-week-old quail. They should start laying at about 6 to 8 weeks old. Let's see, just a little close up. I'm going to put them in a shadow so you can see better. So we built their pen out of stakes, wooden stakes, horseshoe nails. We have a aviary netting on top here, and then the main cage section is made out of 16 gauge rabbit wire, which is a 1 inch by 1/2 inch mesh, and it's pretty heavy duty. I mean, it's very stiff, so hopefully that will give them enough protection. So you can kind of hear them there. It's a little hard to hear them actually, they're pretty quiet. And with all the other birds we have around here, we have a lot of larks and sparrows and robins and blue jays, so I think their noise will blend in pretty well around here. And you can see they have kind of like a little stone wall that the planter bed was made out of initially. And then we have this shelter for them. I think I'm going to put some sort of like clear PVC roofing on the top of part of the netting there to give them a little more dry area when it rains. But otherwise they have this converted doghouse. We initially converted it by putting a nesting box on the back for the turkeys. And so, if we peek inside here, it's just hay in the doorway. And then the back we filled with sand, kind of for a dust bath there. And then this is the back. So they should be really fun to watch out here. You can't see them from the street at all. And you can barely hear them. It seems like there's only 2 that make a lot of noise. So I'm kind of guessing that those are the roos. So since these are only 4 weeks old, it's not as obvious which ones are the roosters and which ones are the hens. But the breeder did show me that the roos have a little more rusty coloring on their breast than the females, the hens, do. So I'm told that that will become more obvious the older they get. But it does look like we have 2 roos, a lighter colored and a darker colored, and then 10 hens. Stand up on the rock here, get an aerial view. So I haven't seen many people that do this kind of more natural setting for quail. Most of what I've seen are larger aviaries, apiary is bees. I've seen like larger kind of chicken coop styles, or they're housed in wire bottom cages. But we really wanted to try kind of something more natural where they're on the ground like they are in the wild. We have a lot of California quail around here. And so we just kind of figured we could try this. We had the space to try it this way. So if anything goes awry, we can always put them in large rabbit hutches later. But I think this will do just fine. So we should have eggs in about 2 to 4 weeks. And we're hoping to breed these as like our summer meat, since we don't breed the rabbits during the summer because of the heat. Since they're Angora rabbits, just the wool, and you know, it's almost cruel to have pregnant rabbit does in the summer and then expect them to produce that hot milk too. So I think quail will be kind of our summer meat and rabbits will be our winter meat. So we'll see how well that works out. And this is about as much sunshine as they're going to get during the day. It's pretty shaded over here. This is afternoon sunlight. And I think it's about 4 o'clock right now. So this kind of dappled sunlight is as much as they're going to get. And so since we grow spouted barley fodder for our other animals, the chickens and the rabbits, we're going to try a shorter sprout period for the quail and see how they do on that. So instead of doing the full 6-inch tall grass, basically with the root mat, the 8-day fodder that we grow for the rabbits and the chickens, we're going to try like a 1 or 2 day sprout for the quail, since they're much smaller. I'm also told that these are going to get about twice this size, so they're going to grow a little bit in the next couple weeks. So we're going to try a 1 or 2 day sprouted fodder so that it's a little smaller. I did give them some like soaked barley for today and tomorrow until I get their portions figured out. I'm not really sure how much they're going to eat yet, because a lot of the information I find on quail online is all about feeding game bird crumbles. And I'm trying to avoid that, so I'm just trying to figure out right now how I'm going to do that. So if you have any tips on how to feed quail naturally, I'd love to hear it. And if you'd like to see what we're doing here with our, now, finally, quail, chickens, Angora rabbits, bees, or garden, stop by our website or email me at fmicrofarm.com. And we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, guys.